him a little crypto check.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Tell me what you need.
boys out here.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Saturday stream. What? It has not been warranted to really be live on a Saturday in a very long time, and here I am, where Bitcoin is currently at $60,000.00, just sitting there. Lowest price since July 14th, cracking through the heart line of the channel, and here we are at session lows of the day, lows of the new month. Perfect timing. Thank you so much, Bitcoin. So wow, Bitcoin has just cracked 60K, 59,000. What is that? Oh, interesting. Oh, US dollar tether dominance. We just got an alert. Let's go check it out, since that's the most recent trade setup due to structural developments and favorable price action at key inflection points, which is what we're looking for, right? Hope y'all are having a wonderful Saturday. Sorry about the circumstances of our congregation, but let's freaking go, dude. I mean, for this, it's like, I mean, this is a dream of all dreams. Look at these green candles. You gotta be kidding me. So what are they doing? Market participants attempting to break a very key resistance, a reversal point all the way back from June of 2021. Okay, that peak of that old cipher. And yeah, maybe we could like say, based on some more history, that 5.72 would be on deck. The party maybe doesn't even get started. Party would get started above that, but then you have 6.5 and 7 above that. But this should just be the beginning if what we are witnessing is support reconfirmed on the third valley with hidden bullish divergence, with a golden cross on the MAs, and this asset trading above all three of the moving averages, the 20, the 50, the 200-day min. So we could find some green, couldn't we? We found it. Mic clipping, yeah, that's probably me projecting far too much and being too close to my mic. It should be better now, right? Cheap vlog, Troy, little guy. Dang, man, I heard that Lil Pump, he got his Solana face tattoo re-added at the top, and I've already spoke to his manager this morning, and they're already scheduling a laser removal of the Solana tattoo that he's already added to his forehead twice. So this will be the second laser removal. Sorry, man, it is not typical that I'm live on Saturdays, so I'm just trying to get my bearings straight. I mean, my God, this is the 6th stream in a row, right? 6 days in a row. Normally I'm taking off 2 days, sometimes 3, but nope. This week it's been we're working overtime, man. So, okay, we'll keep our eye on the US dollar tether dominance, see if it continues to ascend. We'll have an alert there. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance, I think it's important to look at. You should see, though Bitcoin's going down, the thesis is, if that's the case, then altcoins are getting destroyed even more. Therefore, Bitcoin dominance number go up. And there it is, number go up. We just eclipsed the high we saw from July 28th and 29th. Highest percentage, highest dominance on Bitcoin seen since April 13th. Just happened moments ago. You can see it. So still, we got work to do. We're waiting on 60% market cap dominance has been the target for 2 years. So getting closer and closer. This is getting as close as it's been since the whole trend reversed, with classic accumulation at the bottom of the trading range, the spring back test, but then the predictable pattern, right? That third valley, which is ironically the same structure we're looking at on US dollar tether dominance, which is why I was so freaked out when we looked at it yesterday. Because I'm like, sometimes not, we're looking at all across the market. Sometimes I'm not looking at US dollar tether dominance. We'll look at the DXY, and it's just like, wow, that was really telling. So, okay, trend remains friend here. Number go up. All right, So
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Ethereum. Here we are. Could somebody cue it up? Cue it up. Yep. Critical areas. Name of the game here. If this doesn't hold, see ya. If this doesn't hold, Vitalik will be single again. Because 2400 is on deck. If the buyers cannot defend this level as they had been defending it since April, and here we are in August, just sitting there, no bids. They might come in, you don't know, you don't act like you know, but if it doesn't hold, just like if it didn't hold in April and May, then the target was 2400, which is about 16.66% downside from here. That would be your target. Below the 200, never a good sign. Lower highs, not really great. We just keep testing the level with lower highs. So it's like, yeah, you're range bound, but there were less market participants involved in the Ethereum asset May 27th than we saw in March. Okay, then we sold off and rivaled the lows, and then we rallied, and then it was beautiful price action correlation to the levels. I mean, hold support, and then you get the announcement of the ETF approval, the SEC, and they just test. Oh, that was here. Sorry. But anyway, when Bitcoin had its rally, we ran up, and all we could do is see market participants, buyers fail to absorb the supply that existed at this inflection point right here, 2022 high, a reversal point. And what happened after the failure enough times, and Golfing Candle came in and then follow through, and then look where we are. So the context is starting to get really bad, where I hope it holds. We talked about like inflection points of where you're looking to construct an argument for a trade, or you're looking to construct a trading plan. In this situation, you got to wait for a bullish engulfing candle, a bullish hammer, the sell-off to continue, and then a failed bearish breakdown where the buyers recapture the level and they reconfirm that support. You can't just be like, oh, we're here for the second time to long. I mean, you want favorable price action, and we don't have that yet. It is a Saturday, so I don't know how it does hold, really, if Bitcoin's going to go down just a little bit more, right? I mean, like 60,800 is a local level from earlier this year. And if we just go to test the next support, which is, it's only 2.9% downside. I mean, that's really not bad. Down there is a gap fill on the CME futures. So I don't know how Ethereum stays at 2,900 if these things occur on Bitcoin, right? So yeah, the big guz, man. Charles F says, the funny thing is, it's time to buy tons of crypto.
Gold/BTC.
He said it. What's up, Hageki, man? How you doing? Surprised to see you here on a Saturday. Thought you had cooler things to do, man, than hang out with me. It's nasty down here, man. Like, I mean, it's raining on and off. There's like a low pressure system, tropical stuff. Like, it's just kind of blah. So, yeah, hard to do anything outside today down here in Brickell, Miami way, or anywhere in Florida for that matter, right? You know, South or Central Florida, it's bleh. So, I guess that's kind of themed for the stream, where we have storms here too, do we not? I think we do, man. I think we do. Yeah, we'll look at that. Let's get through the other ones. Let's go to BNB, now the third largest crypto in the entire world. Well, heading on down to near the 200. They have not tested the 200. I bet you they will before the day is over. 4 hours, 22 minutes till the daily close. That'll be tested. If that doesn't hold, then you're just looking at 500. And then we'll be looking for favorable price action at this level. Looking for a pivot there, hoping that an edge develops. There's price action that would give us cause to believe that they're confirming this support as support again. Because remember, the event that occurred in early July was the violation of a key level and then the recapturing of the level with no confirmation. So we've just been, you can't do anything. You can't now. This is why you don't do anything. You have, if you never get the confirmation, it never was. Let it go. It's all good. You wait for the next one to give us confirmation. It's a guideline. Strongest argument when you have confirmation. So a little bit more downside, but remember, I think we said on one of these streams, these assets tend to find ways to catch up to Bitcoin. Even when they're like, man, there's something weird about this. It's like, just hold on. Just wait. Just like Bitcoin that one day after the FOMC meeting, like when things just kind of had their dead cat bounce rallies, right? Their bull traps. Bitcoin was like holding up and wasn't collapsing yet. And it's like, well, all right, we'll see what happens tomorrow. And it was over. The next day you start rolling over again. So that's BNB. Very elevated compared to many other assets. This is a dream compared to 99% of cryptos that exist out there. Some hitting all-time lows today. Solana, man, I tell you, every day that we come back to this asset after the identification of the bearish shooting star at key inflection point, after hitting the A point of a harmonic rally. That's the top. That's aggressive harmonic trading. ANC, I know I was a little more on the trade setup I posted, a little more aggressive. But in actuality, by the aggressive way, CNA were hit, and it was over. And now you're done. You're breaking the 200 moving average. You're collapsing in record time. My God, every single day number go down. It really is. Today really is the epitome of.
Can devs do something? Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad price. I can't take this anymore. I have overinvested by a lot.
That's it, man. That's can devs do something? I don't think they are. This dev's doing deadlifts, and we're just waiting for 130 now because there's nothing at all that would stop there's no inflection point from history that would imply that we're just gonna pivot randomly at 140, 176 where it is right now. I think you gotta go test 130, and at that point, I have major concerns about the entire trend of Solana. I think the trend is slowly, right now, possibly reversing. Okay? This is like triple top with lower highs. Triple tops, man. I think these are the strongest forms of triple tops. When you have the highest high and then you have two highs that are rival each other, but they are both lower than the highest high. We saw this structure on Ethereum in 2022, I believe, when it bottomed out for a good 4 or 5 months, rallied hardcore. We'll look at that too. If you told me to show you, you would flip the chart over, okay, and understand what a run. But now it is evident that there are, if you flipped it, and I was talking in opposite world, you can see that there are more market participants than before, right? There's accumulation, and it's now confirmed on this low here, on this, we would call it bullish pin bar, right? If it was opposite day. So this is very similar to the Coinbase chart, which I have now kind of flipped bearish on Coinbase. I think Coinbase looks terrible now. It's awful. I think you are about to collapse. It looks like you got all the makings of collapse on Coinbase. After that failed breakout attempt for the second time, they confirmed distribution because it was a lower high, and those resistances are resistance. Twice. It's just, no, you're done. That's the new data, the new information. That's why it's you can be bullish on something when data presents itself. Like this, bullish as F. That's incredible. That is, you can manage your risk. You can have a trading plan. You can have stop losses that are tight. If it fails, no big deal, and good upside. And then when the new data presents itself, the shooting star, what? And now you come all the way back down this fast to 130. Then all of a sudden it's all right, there's a new story being painted. This evidence, this data this is a piece of information that goes back to March 17th, right? All of this is information now. It was data, now it's information. Because it's data piece, data piece, data piece. Converge all the data and it becomes info. And this info to me is bad. It's not good. I hope this pivots now and we're just random and it's a higher low than the previous low and we run again. And then that would soothe my concerns, right? If we somehow saw just randomly Bitcoin Bitcoin breaks key support on Saturday and doesn't roll over to next support and randomly reverses and gets back above 60,800, and then we randomly run to 63,588, 64,899. Then we break it. Then if all that happens, now, okay, and this happens, then you're fine. You're the argument's not dead completely. It's still weird. So now it's like if we got a higher low, you would still be concerned and cautious, skeptical until market participants were able to breach both of these highs. Once that happened, okay, the whole argument, this information is invalid, right? It's like, now there's more than before. We're all good. There's more accumulation. Okay, higher highs. All right, but for now, you have to be very, very, like, I wouldn't say worried, but concerned, like, for the overall trend. The trend is working on reversing, and this is over 5 months. What do I think of the TLT? I mean, if you're in the Patreon/Citadel, if you watch this live stream daily, you know what my thoughts on TLT was back then, two weeks ago. 3 rising valleys, classic accumulation, spring back test on the second low, third valley. I think there was hidden bullish divergence. It was set up for way higher prices, and here we are, higher prices. It didn't mean it was certainly going to happen. It just meant the probability was higher that the number was going to go up, not down. And that's all we can do, right? Just like on Bitcoin. I mean, what was this? The harmonic was identified before it even hit the pattern completion zone. And it's like, we're not saying we know it's going to go down here. We're just identifying structures that are high probability. I mean, these are very reliable patterns. Sharks, 886 sharks, bats. Yeah, I mean, the bats and the sharks, man, 886 bats and sharks, those are like, to me, the most predictable patterns. And what was so effed about it was one high, and then you see the second high. It's so visible, and it's like, and it was a higher high than the first local high. And then you go to the 4 hour, and then you can see you cannot see the local within local confirmation high unless you go to the 4 hour, and you can see it right there. 69K once, and then that up thrust second high. And then this is when Trump said, have fun with all your Bitcoin, your crypto, and everything else you play with. It was over. I mean, that was the top. Those famous last words, for now, eventually recover. Okay, but yeah. Trump began, I don't know, it's just crazy. It's like Composite Operator is like, okay, go ahead and queue up Trump speaking at Bitcoin conference as soon as we hit the 88% retrace of the bear shark pattern. Perfect. And it all lines up with a previous cycle all-time high. Go ahead. Go ahead. But he was also like, okay, make sure Trump turns his head and doesn't get assassinated right here so we can run it up to make the 886. Okay, perfect. I mean, Trump made this shark pattern, really. Like, I think if Trump gets assassinated, this wave up does not happen. Like, this completely dumps. So, pretty cool looking at, events that surround Orange Man regarding Orange Coin. Okay, just to show you again, I think I showed you already on the stream, like the other look where it was like, I've been tweeting about this one where it's like, yeah, you got like horizontal line, but this is beautiful parallel channel. And this is what I'm saying, like how they regarded the first high and the second high with candle closes. I mean, it's such a dream up there. And the wick was only to satisfy the harmonic gods. And now, we're below the heart line. We're below the 200 moving average. And there's just really not much there, unless this is a fake out, which it always could be. We're very liquid. My God, this asset, Bitcoin, is swinging like $1,000 in seconds. I've seen it today a couple times. It just does that. It recovers, and then it drops back down 1,000, 1,500 points after. It's like, whoa, not much liquidity here. Liquidity will be down in the 57s, 58s. I think more of it anyway. Man, I was about to say something too. Kind of blanked out. Guess we could just continue on. So people ask about the 50% retrace. You broken it? The 50% retrace was 61,750. You cracked that hot knife like butter. But I mean, with all like doom and gloom and dread, I was gonna look at Bitcoin futures. It's closed right now, but we'll look for reference. But with the doom and gloom, all the lower highs, it's terrible. I mean, and we're on the third peak, which sucks because that's like, resolution, meaning like, the consolidation is concluding soon, probably. High probability of more major impulse down or up. Looking more like down right now. I know all things seem lost, all hope seems lost, but there's always a chance that market participants could fill that gap on futures. We could get another test here, put in our first higher low after the lower low. Like, this is all we can pray for now. If you love Bitcoin, you want the trend to recover, like you don't want classic distribution argument, you really need something like this to happen. And then if you're blessed enough, we recapture, and then maybe something like that, and then we're back at it. That would make, remember, when we were on this way up, you go watch my streams, like there's no confirmation. There's no forms of confirmation that everything's reversing. None yet. This would be what we need to say confirmation. Because then you'd have, I have confirmation of a key level as support, but also I have confirmation of accumulation. I have confirmation that the market participants, the new event is now a higher low, just discernible daily higher low. Most recent events, if you don't know, the lowest high and the lowest low. That's not good. You have to be able to say the most recent discernible events higher low, higher high, when you want number go up, good trend. So I think this will be a reasonable area to pray, to hope that they come in and defend the level, because if they don't, you can see history, what normally happens below 57.5 for real. This was not for real. This was a fake out. A fake out that manifested into a rally from its low, 30% in 24 days. So if you're not as fortunate this time around and you start breaking it again, it's probably not going to be a fake out like we saw before. And again, consequences of that, 52.9, 51.8. I mean, you could be 52, 45, 42. There's a lot. There's not much there, really. Not much liquidity there. So is the sound check good? Are we okay? I mean, I've been going for 30 minutes now, so good to see y'all on a Saturday. Just been more in-depth analysis of Bitcoin and a few of the alts. Just talking. It's on Talk Radio. What's people talking, man? We're just talking. Bitcoin futures closed, but this is where it seems like we're headed. 57.9 to 58K. That would be that inflection point from history. That would fill a gap. That would satisfy market participants. I'm saying something like this is something you would dream of if you were blessed enough to receive it. My God, that would be the best case scenario for the situation we're currently in on Bitcoin, okay? Because like, if you don't get that, it's wow. 4.5 months plus of distribution, subtle distribution. What is subtle distribution? 886 retraces from previous highs to lows. Like, subtle distribution is nefarious. It's like the composite operator has an ongoing distribution campaign and he doesn't want to freak people out, so he gives these huge runs that just barely make the lower high, and it gives hope to people. Bitcoin conference, Trump's talking about Bitcoin. Oh my God, we're gonna do it. Retail's trying, they're mustering as many retail as they can, inducing buying while they are offloading massive amounts. Hence the 4.5 month structure of lower highs, right? So we looked at all but XRP. Here's XRP, awful. Remember the fake out of the little triangle? Was it a fake out or a break? Yeah, it was fake out. And now continuing to draw down. So just testing 54.599 cents. It's just a level, an old swing high back from, well, multitude of times, right? In the first time, it goes right here. 2022, you can just see how many times it's been resistance. And so they're trying to hold it as support, but it just doesn't seem like it's going very well, right? As it's rolling over and you're going like 7 minutes to the lowest 4-hour candle close since possibly like July 16th.
Mitch, bless you for showing up in times like these. The ones who are here appreciate you more than you think. What do we make of this situation where the dollar is dumping but USD is rising? Is cash really king in a recession where cash costs 2x?
Thank you, Anonymous, for the 20. Thanks for being here, contributing to the stream. And we just got to think about if equity prices are plummeting, you know, as we've seen, like, what, like Applied Materials down like 40% in 40 days or something stupid. I mean, if you're holding an asset that's deteriorating value so rapidly, it doesn't erase inflation. So it's like, if inflation's still bad, purchasing power is still collapsing, and you own a depreciating asset like that, you're getting double wrecked. So it's like, yeah, cash would be king for nasty drawdowns like this. But, you know, we were just overextended, I think, on like the NASDAQ, S&P. Like, they were just too far gone, man. They needed to pull back. They needed to correct. Like, we had like a 320-day streak of the S&P not falling 2%. I mean, like, what? That's crazy, sedated volatility. But now the volatility's up. As you remember, 60% up at the highs yesterday, the VIX. That was wild. So there are times to make money, and there are times not to lose money. Nothing wrong. Like, and tell me true, were any of these assets that were at these stupid levels, were they showing anything that we could identify as swing traders to manage our risk appropriately to increase our probability of a particular outcome? No, they weren't. Nothing bullish. And we're in a long-term uptrend, so it's like, yeah, you gotta wait, man. Let's just wait until new patterns develop. Like, remember 2022, it happened to NVIDIA. It went through that crazy bear market, and then what happened on the tail end of it? A momentum shifting pattern, a beautiful inverse head and shoulders pattern developed, and it was there, and it was identified. And it went up hundreds of percent from there. I mean, and then Google, the three rising valleys, and then Shopify, the inverse head and shoulders into the three rising valleys, positive price action correlation at key level. So if you have the patience, you can wait. But I mean, it's kind of like we just came off this 1920s insane Rudy Poo run. I mean, just crazy. Staring at XRP at the lows of this 4-hour candle that will close in less than 5 minutes. Let's go to, as we watch XRP dump. I know everyone wants to see it. Don't worry, we'll have more dumps. Everything's dumping right now. So just want to knock out this request for Hageki. Really appreciate it, man. Surprised. I mean, I expected no one to be watching today. No request, no nothing, you know, kind of. Yeah, this is a very interesting chart here, man. Very interesting. Like, because now you have like that argument of accumulation. Yeah, this is like kind of insane, right? Like, where this is implying, if this actually plays out for real, chat, Bitcoin's doomed. Bitcoin's doomed if this plays out. Because this just implies that gold, no matter what happens to Bitcoin, is going to outperform Bitcoin. So the way things are going with Bitcoin, we got a major markdown, we got classic distribution over months, not really looking great. And gold's just, I don't know if you've seen the gold chart, they closed the day above the trading range high with the highest low ever put in. Bitcoin's not putting in the highest low ever. Bitcoin just put in the lower high and the lower low again. And gold's putting in highest low ever. So, and now what's happening on this chart is you have market participants are recapturing major ice lines, major supports, right? You can see it. It's not my opinion, right? It's like everyone in the world can see this. So it's like, here's that first swing low from April 2021. Here's another swing low from October 2021. So it was violated, then it was recaptured, and then it's been reconfirmed as support. And it's kind of like you have one valley, a third valley, maybe, or 1, 2, and now a third valley. This is the basement. I mean, this is the level where like major reversals can occur. Okay. So a really interesting chart to be paying attention to. Yeah, I definitely should be taking heed of this more, because understand the upside potential. History shows us the upside potential if this ice line is breached, right? Like, what did it do the first time ever? I mean, let's just say it went up here. It went up that high. You have the candle close. You see all the candle closes there. This price action correlation. I mean, Once that level was broken and then formally back tested as resistance, look where we eventually ended up, down at the basement. So if they're now churning and recapturing the levels, and you did break on Friday. I mean, you recaptured it officially on Friday, up 2% roughly. There's a lot of upside potential, meaning like gold will outperform Bitcoin. It's implied on this. Yes, XAU is gold spot, correct. And I fully believe the way how Bitcoin looks right now versus how gold looks right now. I would believe that there could be more upside on the XAU to BTC because of this trading range. This is right here, the highest low in human history was put in on gold. And now look what they did to close the week. Well, Wednesday they re-breached the top of the trading range. And then the past 2 days, Thursday, Friday, they have confirmed what was once a resistance is now, for the first time in history, support. Those are your recent events. And those are like not bearish things. These are like more bullish things. I mean, it could fail, obviously, but I'm just identifying the data we have at hand right now. Yeah. A completely different story than Bitcoin right now. Yeah, good to see y'all. Julio, Corey, Mom. Someone's name is Mom in here. It's not my mom. Crypto Ace, Boring Finance, Delov, MP. What's up, Keith, Wildfire, Paris, Wayne, Batson. Good to see y'all. Julian, who you talking to, man? No clue who you're talking to, because we just looked at these. So a big one cash, it looked terrible. Continuing to remain terrible. And there it is, chat. We have a closed 4 hour, price action could change temporarily for a back test to 60,800, no problem. But there it is. The lowest 4 hour candle close confirmed since July 14th. So a little over 2 week lows on the 4 hour. Not, whatever. Okay, crazy, man, I know. So Bitcoin Cash, lowest high of newly established downtrend for now, right? I mean, you're in a downtrend until there's evidence that the trend's reversing, because there's evidence that the trend reversed here. Lower highs, lower lows. How about CRV down 14.49%? Hype in the chat. You still saying we're not in a bull run, man. Like, these things went up. It's like, dude, look at this. Yeah, my bull run, by the way, chat. Yep. Big old bull run here for Julian. Yep, big old bull run for Storage Coin, trading at the same price it was trading at virtually. No, trading lower than it was trading in May 2022. Trading the exact same price it was trading at. My God. 7 years ago. Same price. If you owned Storage 7 years ago and you still own it, you made absolutely nothing. You wasted your time and your money because you got wrecked by inflation. Yep. But my comp, what about comp, dude? It's going to change the... Yeah, dude, no. I mean, there's just nothing to do here. I think you wait till probably $30 again, down at the bottom of the range. This is terrible. Here's Blur. At one time, it was a trade setup that hit a target. Right? We identified the failure from sellers to break this level twice, and it's like, fine, okay. Entry on the recapturing, and then it went 74 cents and never went any higher. And it was, I think it was one of 3 targets. And now, quite possibly today, we're going to see an all-time low. I have an alert set up on Blur. But dude, yeah, my bull run, by the way, chat. My bull run. You just don't understand, man. FTM's the what? It's the future? Nah, it's just doing what altcoins do when they're done. They lose all their value. And then they reset. They go down 88, 99%. And then they start putting in bottoming structures over 3 to 6 months. And then you get an opportunity to maybe swing trade that, identify, what we identify here. But for now, you're in impulse mode. You're breaking key supports today, trading at the lowest price since early February. And there's really just not much reason to believe there's anything until about 29 cents from here. So far more downside on FTM. Phantom coin, dude. Altcoin did take over for the technical reason. Like, I mean, dude, it did all the things. It was incredible. But it's just, that's it. Like, it's not who no one said here. It's an investor's market. Like, you don't buy these and then just don't take profits when they hit the top of harmonics and stuff. INJ was going to change the world too. My bull run through rising valleys started playing out almost at a measured move of that little structure, and then it was just over. And now, bear trend. You are in a downtrend on INJ. To say you're not in a downtrend on INJ means you don't know what trends are, and that's fine. Like, you can come in here and say, well, in my opinion, INJ is the future. It's like, dude, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So, such a lack of demand that market participants no longer can regard this old little support resistance as resistance again. Such a lack of demand that market participants cannot test the 200 moving average. That is extremely bearish signal. That is a sign of weakness. And look at you now, going for the lowest daily candle close since December 6th. And who even knows like how much lower this will be if Bitcoin goes any lower. Some guy in our chat was saying crypto's in a bull run, man. Dude, you just don't get it, man. Okay, just I told y'all in the general chat in the Discord, like if I did a stream, it was gonna be like an altcoin roast session. You know, I'm surprised we got this far without destroying these coins. ICP. I mean, what's there to look at? Like, what? Anything interesting to you? No, it looks like a failure to break 930, 980, and now you're rolling over, and it's like you're looking for a retest of at least 580, and then $5 probably after that for a lower low. And that's a level where let's wait for favorable price action when it gets there. Nothing to do but wait until ICP. If you're a swing trader, nothing to do but wait until this asset loses another 33 to 40% of its value. You just wait, man. You don't do anything. And if it recovers before then, who cares? Let's play the market. Like, let the asset come to the price we desire it to be at. Not let's just long it in the dead middle of an inflection point and play the slot machine. No way. Crazy. Banned. Good God. We'll see you at 98 cents. Figured once that 118 broke, there was nothing to do but wait for that. So yeah, I'll see you back down at the all-time low inflection point. Maybe lower after that. It's terrible, man. Such a lack of demand, right? Market participants can't even come close to rivaling this high. It was 618 retracing this high to low, probably. Looking at it, can't test the 200. It's just bad. Very, very bearish. Ravencoin down another 6.5% today. We were looking at it yesterday briefly because this was a trade setup that was wonderful, right? But it's over. Like, the party ended. And going for the lowest daily close since October of 2023. My bull run, by the way. Really nice bearish back test at the top of the inflection zone as resistance before rolling over. Beautiful, man. Oh, here's ApeCoin. The whole good news about ApeCoin, or the whole news about this whole crypto meltdown, is ApeCoin's going to see possibly the extreme thresholds of the bullish butterfly, which would be the 1.618 fib extension, which is 30 cents. So that means, oh, we got to lose another 50%, a little over 50% of our value from where we are right now to see this 1.618. But who's to say that, oh, dude, this is valued fairly, right? ApeCoin at 61 cents is what? But what's better than ApeCoin at 61 cents? ApeCoin at 30 cents at a gold mean ratio. And who even knows if it would hold there, dude? These things are fucking scams, dude. They're rug pulls. These are like the actual epitome, conceptualization of a scammer creating something and just dumping it on everyone's head, and he enriches himself. That's what these coins are. All of them, almost every single one of them is like, there's a morally bankrupt person who's creating a project and they're rugging. Okay, ApeCoin is, or Ape, whatever this crap is that. Yeah, I think I have it. Yeah, I think it's like
Then, just like that,
Bitcoin going to zero.
R6. I didn't tell anyone. I mean, and people know they can say, but I just don't. Like, I'm becoming friends with these people, so it's like not in my best interest. I'm not looking for clout or looking for like trying to use the name to like in any way elevate me as a YouTuber. So like I don't really talk about it, but some people know, so, and they're welcome to tell you, but I'm just not gonna say it. It's fine. EOS 52.59 cents. Garbage. Going for the, like, we're close to the lowest daily candle close ever. Pierce Brock was at the Bitcoin thing, right? Pierce Brock, he advertised for EOS back in 2017-18 when he was the poster boy for EOS. And that's the kid from Mighty Ducks and first kid with Sinbad. But he's like a billionaire now. I think he sold his EOS and bought Bitcoin. He was genius. IMX. Wow. See? Like, there was no confirmation, right? A lot of these altcoins were trying to put these in, and it's like, can we do it? Nope. So it's like completely invalid of an idea. I'm going through these. And now you see, right? Really, the bear trend continues right here. That's really what it is. So you're going for the lowest daily candle close since November of 2023 on IMX, and you are looking into the abyss here. Like, to own IMX right now is to be a masochist. Like, anyone owning IMX is like, I don't want money. I don't want to have money. Because this asset is setting up for about 47% downside after this level breaks. History tells you that down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. There's nothing else that happens pretty much except straight down or up right now where this level is being broken today. So, and it's confirmed. Like this old support resistance, look, the top of the harmonic has been confirmed as resistance now. Like, God forbid we try to have a hopium argument from maybe their start. No, give it a couple days, and it's like, nah, that was never. It was never real, right? Because remember, patterns aren't real until they break out. And this never broke out. It was like a potential inverse head and shoulder, maybe very small.
How did you draw your harmonic?
was,
See on my chart is 1.919, not what you have like 1.359, or what exchange did you draw that?
What a pseudonym you have there, dude. What are you talking about? Where? Like on what? Dude, that's like, how do you draw C harmonic on my, what chart? What chart? Okay, IMX getting ready for a 50% haircut, and it will probably still be overvalued at 64 cents. The party ended. The party started with the M shape, type 2 return, and look at this dream run it went on. You'd have to be some sort of clown to say that this wasn't good enough off of the harmonic framework. Like, what are you doing? This was a dream. And it ends. They end. And now you're waking up and seeing, oh, this is how crypto markets work. They are not investments. They don't go on these, there's 2.5 million now. Like, they don't go on these secular bull trends forever, up forever. Nope. You maybe Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum, maybe like BNB, but like 99.9%, they do the pump and then they end. Then the composite man, this is the composite man painting. His buying campaign. More than before, confirmed more than before, M-shape, high reliability. And then they take profit on the way up and then they exit. They exit, man, and they keep getting out. And now you're going to be right back where you were in October soon. The my banana zone is virtually risk-free. Some of y'all will get that. Woo! I mean, little do you know at the time. You know, like, how would you know that this was it forever? Like, KSM? Oh, yeah. This is the end. It really was, man. A nice bearish back test that confirmed it all. But, like, dude, look what this thing's doing today on a Saturday. On a Saturday. Hitting the lowest price since October 21st, 2023. Just happens to be like where it ended up reversing. So you're going towards all-time lows. Let's have an alert set up because we'll hear it soon. There's no way this doesn't see all-time lows, or at least nick it. Yeah, I mean this is crypto. KSM, crypto. IMX, crypto. EOS, crypto. Ape. Yeah. Neo. Man. Yeah, they ran it up, right? The harmonic framework ushered it in, and then there was just too much supply, not enough demand, and the inflection point acted as a complete trend reversal. You know, Bitcoin ended things too, but that was it, man. I think if you were a harmonic trader, you know, definitely the A point. I think that 21 would have probably been an exit or at least a second target, right? But now look at you. You broke support. And there, I just don't think there's much to do but wait for $8, and then if you're lucky, you get 674 again.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Cas. Now, Cas was different. It was an anomaly. But again, these things have a way of catching up. So, if you were a Cas trader, you exited. I think, right? If you were a either double bottom or ascending triangle or falling wedge trader, you made reasonable yield on the successful trade, the 100% measure move hit. You saw 20 cents. But now, and the trend's still great, man. It's crazy, but like, I mean, what do you do at this point? You say, all right, we got that. I'm just a little concerned about the rule of 3 here, okay? 1, 2, 3. Like, I just don't know if this has the legs to see 25 cents or to go test 20 cents again, go to all-time highs. I mean, it could. It's been great, man. It's really been in a world of its own. Like, just, again, not many cryptos doing this, performing wonderfully compared to, like, you saw, we've been looking at the bottom of dumpster fires. And this one's, like, crazy good. And just a little, it just, participating in all these cycles and these anomalies that like do well, like when things are going bad for the macro, they never like continues. It always ends. It always ends for them at some point. So it's like, do we have like right now, I mean, is it what we really have, like a rising wedge now at like key levels? I mean, that's certainly a supply line, 1, 2, 3, and then I could plot right here a demand line, and that's like a perfect rising wedge. Just like we had a perfect falling wedge, now we have a perfect rising wedge. So I would be really skeptical here. This is profit taking levels for CAS owners. It just is, man. I'm sorry. Like, maybe this time's different, but this is a bearish reversal pattern, and there is max downside potential right here. Remember, because anytime the closer you are to major resistance means inherently the most downside potential you have. The closer you are to supports, inherently the more like max upside potential you have. So, I mean, you got CAS bros that are going to be like, no way, dude. No, it's like, fine. But I am identifying a pattern just like I did here. No one was mad at me here when the falling wedge was identified, but are you going to get mad at me now for identifying the equal and opposite pattern, the bearish reversal pattern? And you could, you know, oscillate, your price could oscillate within this, getting closer to the apex too. But it might just be a matter of time now. I'm just, I hope it breaks upward, man. All the CAS bros, yeah, we're just going to take over the world. Forget Bitcoin, it's just CAS. Shark, there's a shark tool, dude. Well, it's called the cipher pattern. For sharks, you use the cipher pattern. For regular harmonic, when the bullish harmonic C point is lower than the A point, you use the standard harmonic. But when you have a shark or a cipher bullish, right, where the C point is higher than the A point, you use the cipher pattern. Okay? That's probably why we have different readings. You got to know which one to use. They're two different ones. All right, rising wedge identified on Caspa after hitting measure move of the falling wedge. GRT, big support broken, dude. Lowest price seen since early February. Very bad, boys, very bad. Such a lack of demand that the 23.25 cent level was unable to be tested again. Lack of demand, sign of weakness. Rolling over. You could use your imagination that most likely, I mean, you have like a 10-cent target here, which is like a 33% downside. Yeah, but my roadmap. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah. Real quick, got to give a big shout out to the people who do support this community and this stream. It is crowdsourced. Okay. So real quick, Cletus, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Dr. Colossus, thank you for the 11 months continued support. Crypto Ghost, thanks for the 19 months, dude. Prog Tech, thank you for joining for the first time. Dow Jones, thank you so much for the 10 months continued support. Blinders Off, thank you for the 6 months continued support. I Have My Books, thank you for the 9 months continued support. Arm Barn, thank you for the 2 months continued support. Really appreciate the renewal right there, man. Thank y'all. Yeah. Really appreciate it. Okay, so I don't think there's no other requests, obviously. There was just one. And I guess we just keep going. I mean, you know, whatever. I never go live on Saturdays. Figured it would be, you know, it would be cool to look at this carnage, but yeah, I forgot. It's just like, people don't care about meltdowns, really. They care about melt ups. So 6 cents on deck. OXT, right? Look, the bubble popped. What did it do? What all cryptos do? They lose 88% of their value, like always. Yep, 886 got the reaction. Hey man, we got a bullish bat pattern. Okay, well, let's see how the price action does on the second test, right? So,
woozy face. ZEC monthly level.
Andrew, thank you, man. Zcash monthly. Yeah, it's I mean, actually, I thought Zcash was doing things, right? Speaking of Zcash, how about Dash? The worst, the lowest high ever in the history of this chart has been put in. Such a lack of demand. These buyers, right? These losers, unable to test the 200, unable to test 31 cents that they confirmed was resistance. After the confirmed resistance, the all-time low, and then the rally to the all-time lowest high. And now we're rolling over and looking forward to the lowest low ever on Dash. That's the story of a failed crypto joke loser that will never help anybody. And people will argue that that's not the case, that what I'm saying is not real. Nope, Beanie Baby. This is a Beanie Baby. It's a blue Beanie Baby with a D logo. Cool. Yeah, owning this long term is masochism. It's like, yeah, you don't, it's inverse investment. What's an inverse investment? A Kathy Wood. You are Kathy Wooding owning stuff like Dash. Zcash though? Is Zcash kind of crazy, man? I mean, it is kind of insane that, you know, after virtually making all-time lows, They rallied it, and you have a right angled and descending bright. You had a right angled descending brightening formation. You just have it more now. It's like even more touches. So I don't know. You're on breakout watch, but you're up against resistance, and who knows, man? Like, it would be weird, but anomalies happen. You know, crazy to see it performing like this, where almost nothing else is performing in the past like couple weeks. Right? It's been just completely high correlation with Bitcoin, but for some reason Zcash has been immune to that. But again, just give it time. It'll probably catch up, but who knows, man? That's the craziness of crypto. All right. But he said he wants the monthly. I don't. You just didn't buy super chat, so it's like it's not a formal request. But yeah, man. Like, this is like the nice engulfing candle last month, and it's still valid, right? You have a valid bullish engulfing candle until they break it below, you know, the candle open, which is like 21.30. So there you go. Whatever. It's just more of the same, man. Altcoin down 6%. It's awful. It's over. Party's over, dude. Party ended. You are going to $3. The target is $3. Love the beautiful back test too. Look how the level that was resistance, support, resistance a million times in history, trade setup levels, right? It was flipped to resistance, and it's like, oh, okay, it's confirmed we're effed, and so it's like, all right, I'll see you at $3. So there's way more downside on file from here. You still got another 17 to 20% downside. Here's Loopring. Oh, but Loopring was going to do things. It was going to change the world. Trading at the lowest price has been at since November of 2020. Wow. We're talking almost 4-year lows on Loopring. Scam ring. I don't know, like, anything I'm saying about these crypto scams being negative. That is your subjective, like, look at it. This is, to me, I'm looking at this subjectively. Like, these are scams. These aren't here to help people. These are here to steal money from people. Like, the only time that you want to own a crypto altcoin is when you can see that the trend is reversing, and you're at key levels where you can have a strategic stop loss placed in case the structure you've identified for reversal fails. When the momentum is flipped to the hands of the buyers with higher highs, higher lows, when the party ends, it's over. Like, it's loser market. We're done. You don't own this crap. They will stay lower highs, lower lows for a year plus. You will lose all your money participating in altcoins.
Gentlemen in the mix.
I mean, what, Algorand? Yeah, dude, let's go Algorand. You gotta love the bearish price action, man. 2 different levels regarded as resistance, and now it's, yeah, look, you're going for the lowest daily candle close since November of 2023. The lowest daily candle close since 2024 existed, right? I mean, of the entire year, this is the worst. So it's like, how am I being negative, calling these things what they are and where they are? This is the worst of the year. The worst. Negative, bro.
Rate cut cycle needs to end before this bleeding stops.
Dude, I don't know, man. That's like, let's play Rubik's Cube. I mean, we know the stock market goes through 23% retraces once the Fed starts cutting rates, but that hasn't even started yet, and you're retracing pretty violently. And who knows about the altcoins, how they're gonna really do with a rate cut. I mean, just stick with the trend. You know, those are things where you could try to draw a conclusion, but if you did draw a conclusion from what you analyzed, you could still be so wrong, because it's just, right, there's no framework with that. I don't think there's enough times or crypto's going through some sort of rate cutting, that I would say, hey, let's go with what's happening now. Lower highs, lower lows. That will continue until we see some sort of reversal, until we see some sort of blow off top, and then, you know, some level gets regarded as support, right? A spring back test to spring. Oh, okay, things could be reversing then, you know, but until then, you just have to go with the trend, and it's bearish right now for almost every single altcoin. Yeah, thanks for the nearly 600 people tuned in on a Saturday afternoon, man. Random stream. We were just getting some price action. We were getting the final minutes of the last 4-hour candle on Bitcoin. It closed, and again, if you're just tuning in, that was the lowest 4-hour candle close in a little over 2 weeks. Not really that crazy, but that $60,800 level is a swing low that goes back to March 20th, right there. As you can see, it's been regarded as support before, so maybe if they recaptured it, then you might have a chance for 63,588 again, because I don't think you really got a good back test there. So where I'm saying, like, if they recapture it, you run up, you test that, you put in a lower high locally, and then you roll over again. But you know, for now, you're just 30 minutes into the new 4-hour candle. The price of Bitcoin's recovering a little bit marginally. 6 a.m. in Australia. Down under my, look at Reef Coin. Oh my God, coin, what? Going for all-time lows, man. It's almost imminent at this point. You're so far gone. Like today, down almost 6%. That if Reef Coin closes here or anywhere near its open, which means it could recover 5.79, 5.8%, and still be the lowest daily candle close ever. Reef Coin. Reef Coin, dude. Nice M shape, nice run, and then it was done. Trader's market, that's all it is, a trader's market. V-Chain doing things? Yep. Oh my God, look at that back test. Haven't been to this thing in a while. Look at that, 3.377 cents. That overhead resistance from August 2022 was formally regarded as resistance and no higher, and is rolling over again. It's probably going for another 1.99 cent test. I mean, that's a big level there. So it looks like you got a little more downside. But dang, man, disappointing. Sand, I haven't been on this crap in a while. My God.
Thanks for the gander at the Zach.
Wow, going for the, well. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so Sand going for its lowest daily candle close since June 30th, 2021. Multi-year lows incoming. 3 hours, 29 minutes till it's confirmed. My bull run, dude, but my bull run. Said some delusional person. Wow, crazy. SNX. What a loser, man. It was cool. You had the framework. Back in, you know, from January 2023 all the way to October. My God, right? Like 10 months of development into this run that concluded substantially lower highs than all the other highs, because it's a scam virtually. Yeah, SNX virtually a scam. Look what you're doing. I mean, you are really close. It is. So you are rivaling the lows from December 28, 2022. But if it goes any lower in the next 3.5 hours, and closes, you could be looking at the lowest daily close since June of 2020, over 4-year lows looming on SNX today. Wow. And you understand why we just lately in the past couple months haven't really been just taking big looks at cryptos? This is the reason. It's just awful. There's not been any opportunity. It's just been loser. Mana, remember Decentraland? Someone bought a $1 million yacht on a virtual yacht on Decentraland. Well, here's the same thing, man. like, man, I don't know. There's probably more data on another exchange, but you're rivaling the lowest close ever on the Coinbase chart, and you are close to making the lowest close ever on this chart today. IOTA. Oh my God, dude, no way. IOTA going for its lowest daily candle close since March of 2020. Over 4-year lows in less than 4 hours. Taking out every low. This low from June and August and October 2023. You're lower than that. Bro, that's crazy. Ren coin, are we getting... Ren going for the lowest daily candle close since March of 2020. There's no lockdowns. There's no China virus going on. It's just another day for Ren. I don't know, dude. Avalanche. This one was looking bad, and hey, you at least hit the support again. Nice. But I'm concerned, man. I have concerns because all I see is this old thing. I see a one high, and I'm seeing a confirmation high that's higher high, and that's really bearish. The higher high, you get a lot more follow through. Thinking it's the same here. Like you're going for the lowest daily candle close since December 2023. You're up against the key inflection point. If this doesn't hold, there's just, $20, but then below that, you lose half your value, or at least you get a $13.89. Whole YFI, it's been a while. Oh my God, dude, it's over. It's over. This is like the worst price action. It's awesome because you can tell what's happening, but dang, man, just coming back to these, seeing like, look what's really happening. Like, there's just less and less market participants owning this asset, and now you're at this level where it's been a steel wall, and you're just sitting here making all these local lower highs. Look at even another one right here. This is like you're getting ready to collapse. That's what it looks like. It looks like, wow, you're about to head on up down to 4,200, and if that doesn't hold, then you'll be going down to quite possibly $3,000. This is extremely bearish, YFI. Like, flip this chart over. Oh my God, dude. It looks like you're about to bust out and head to price discovery. That's the way YFI looks inverted. Oh my God. Again, me not looking at altcoins for the past month and a half, 2 months, was for your own health and like happiness. Because this is depressing, isn't it? I mean, just the reality of what's happened to this market. This is pretty depressing. So it's like, I get someone be like, you're being negative. It's like, no, this isn't negative. I mean, it's negative because the price is going negative, right? But yeah, God, man, I'm like, I feel like my life force is getting sucked and pulled out of me as every S coin I look at that's making 3+ year lows, nearing all-time lows. It's like, wow, save me. Okay, so DOT going for its lowest daily candle close since November 2023, the lowest close of 2024 on deck. Harmonic dud, it happens. Bad context, right? Harmonics identified here, normally just bad context. So yeah, and there's just nothing that really implies that it's gonna stop till we see 423. That's the next big level. So that means like downside potential on S coin 1,232,412 is about 15% more downside from here. And here's the sign of weakness, chat. Here it is. Do you see the lack of ability from the buyers to even test the 668 level
Phil, thanks,
that has
Mitch.
been tried and true as a support resistance from history? many times the failure. J Mart, thanks to the 21. We'll go back to Filecoin. I think we did look at it, but we'll look again, man, for you, for sure, man. Thank you for contributing to this 100% crowdsourced stream on a Saturday. Okay, shouldn't be here, but I guess it was overdue, a Saturday stream. Why can't we have pump streams on Saturdays, man? I mean, we had a couple pumps on the weekend, but it was scary, man. It was like they're trying to kill presidential candidate, and can you remember what happened the next week? Something else. Shiba's done, dude. Shiba, well, I mean, you know, at least you don't have like max downside. Like we're looking at some of these where it's like, oh, 40% downside. At least like, all right, there's an inflection point looming, very close. So another test seems very likely, probable. But the question is, like, or the whole like thing is, if that doesn't hold, the downside potential is maximum. So you gotta look.
The dark side has finally taken grasp. The force has lost you. Death ensues.
Thank you, Darth Vader. No Baba Booies. Just Darth Vader. You would think a 99% retrace is coming on something like this. They very seldom end. They normally do the full run around, the full circle. Like you'll probably end up at 967 by the end of all this. Heck, you could you could probably make it back to 766 to 713 again, and it'd be okay. I mean, that's what they do. That's what these assets do. And like, the longer you participate in this market, and the more you learn about trend analysis and impulses and blow off tops, the more you realize how probable it is that Shiba will most likely see a 98% retrace. They do it almost every cycle, man. Almost every cycle. Do you get, like, we'll just go back. Here it is. Here's one cycle. Remember in 2021 when Shiba did this? And then what happened over the course of like 2 years? Or let's just say, shoot, man, that was like 6 months. Look what happened. 98% retrace. 98.
In a weird way, I had to sort of just free myself up to believe that it was okay to be stupid or dumb.
That's new. Thank you, Ben Stiller. Never go full R word, right? Or something. Was it Captain Jack? What was his name? Simple Jack. Never go Simple Jack. Full Simple Jack. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I don't think it ends here. I mean, you could get like a confirmation low that could take it to make another lower high, for sure. But it's just, let's wait for a full reset of a scam, literal joke. There can't, I mean, dude, no one in this community, no one watching this stream should think that this is anything but a scam joke. Doge was created as a joke on Reddit, literally, and this is and this is like an actor that's like, okay, man, I'm gonna make a joke of a joke, and maybe I can enrich myself doing that, and it worked out for him. And some people, right, that got in on the crazy FOMO pump, but if you didn't exit, you know, you're getting wrecked. And then it's like, this has been replicated. The same thing. Shiba is a joke of a joke. We now have millions of crypto that are the guy had the same mentality. Oh, if I create a scam on a chart and I spend money marketing it like it's a scam, people don't even have to market it anymore like it's a real project, because the Zoomers, like a lot of brain dead market participants, just they know it's a scam, they still put their money in it because they think they're going to win the lotto. And it's like, wow, you're making it real easy on these rug pullers, dude, nowadays. With the, remember, like before 2021, crypto was a little different, but Zoomers weren't old enough to really care about crypto yet. At least you had a different type of ethos in the whole space where it was like, man, be your own bank, projects. Let's get some projects and some venture capitalist money and actually try to develop a protocol that's going to be maybe helpful to, you know, companies, logistics or whatever, you know. And now it's like, you know, idiocracy. Like, let's put the square in the circle. Let's get my Dogecoin. Let's get my dog coin. Like, that's crypto now. Like, yeah, scam me, dude. Scam me harder. Yeah, so things changed with Zoomers entering the market. It's crazy. It doesn't feel the same at all, really. Anyway, Matic. But Matic was going to change the world. No, it was going to be a successful trade setup, and it was going to rug pull right around the third target. That was all it was a trade setup that concluded.
Triple top.
It was done.
DF. Monkas.
Oh, what's up, man bun double top? Thank you for the 3. Triple top. Yep. Henry, the chat is always active. Look in the top left of your screen. Do you not see it? Do you not see it, man? Yeah, so if you can believe it. I just don't, like, if you don't think, like, if you didn't think things were scams, they're only meant here for identifying structures when momentum's starting to shift after long periods of consolidation to swing trade, position trade for a little while to take profit and exit. If you didn't think that what this space was that, well, maybe now you will, based on the fact that you are going for the lowest daily candle close on Matic since June 18th of 2022, which was Black Saturday. You are below a key inflection point that has been regarded over time since May of 2022. You have just regarded it as resistance. That's the most recent discernible event on this daily time scale. The worst thing that could ever happen. Remember, must support. Local confirmation here too. Beautiful trade setup. Now it's the inverse. It's like, oh my God. We could go short and have a stop loss above 57 cents and let this thing crater to 30 cents because that's probably the target here on Matic. Okay, downside potential on Matic from here, 34%. Let's just, you know what? Let's just say
32.33 repeating, of course.
Yep. That's right, dude.
There's bears out here.
Thanks for just doing what you do. Folded hands, man shrugging. Looks like pure garbage, but move a Moonriver.
Thanks for, like, making me nauseous while sober. Moon River. Thank you, but God. We'll look at that next, whatever. Thank you. I mean, look at Theta. Like, this is incredible. It's so good. It's so perfect, right? Look at you have to really love that. And they do it here too. Like, up here, they confirm distribution for that mega crash. But, like, you got more downside. Just wait till 98 cents. That's a key level. There's nothing to do but wait. Or one could have gone short at inflection points, right? Just like if you were in an uptrend, you can identify old support resistances being one-time support, confirmed support. Easy to go long, strategize an entry and a stop loss and let it ride and have targets. And now it's running. It's in a new
Just letting
trend.
you know we're still here.
Freaking bear
Mitch.
trend.
Sentiment sucks, but the TA will continue to be respected.
Arfizzle, thank you, man, for the 10. Really appreciate that, man. Yeah, TA will continue to be respected. Uptrends, downtrends. You know, it's like, I really like the way that the sellers are doing what they're doing on these alts. Like, it's not random. Like, it's pretty cool what they did on Bitcoin, right? I mean, that they gave us such an argument to just not want to own Bitcoin or crypto because that bear shark was so real. That local high, the confirmation high was so real. The fact that they ran it to 69K on the 4 hour twice and rejected it. And then it fell right back into that mega downsloping channel. That's like you probably had a 70, you might have had a greater than 70% chance of more downside on Bitcoin looking back because of all those variables. If you flip the chart over, you could have had all those variables implying upside, you know. Let's go to that Moon River coin. A file coin first for JMart again. We'll just go back, revisit the FIL that's going lower, most likely based on inflection points broken.
GameStop stopped out.
Yeah,
Can you run
it
some
got destroyed,
TA
man.
on
I mean,
it?
yeah,
I'm out as intended,
the
but
macro
curious.
started collapsing.
Maybe macro just bulldozed it.
It really did, man. Like that's when this, it was like Bitcoin. Like you were like, Jimmy's an altcoin, and then like that, it was there, the confirmation low, and it's like, okay. Shortly after, that's when all these market drivers started nuking, right? Earnings reports, oof, it was bad. We can go back. So here's FIL, in a lot of trouble right now because you're in between these two major levels. It's either $3 or $5, and you're at 363. So there's really, and in the most recent discernible event on the chart, JMart, is a formal bearish back test of a level that we had regarded as, it was confirmed before this. I was in St. Barth's in early February for this trade setup. It was a dream. It was so nice, right? But now that level that was support has now been regarded as resistance. So it's the absolute worst thing you could ever, it's a nightmare for anyone who's bullish file. Because I'm thinking $3 target from here. And maybe down there we develop something that's awesome, but for now it's just more downside. And again, the amount of downside from where you are right now, it's down 6% today, over 6%, about 20% downside from here, potential. Like that's nothing to do until you get there. Yeah, macro completely, yeah, done. Okay, Sharknado. On no specification of exchange, just as bad and awful as everything else. I have some levels plotted here, and you can clearly see you're below them all. So the next one you'd think on deck is, so we got about, my God, that's so awful. That is so bad, man. So Moon River has about 28% downside from here before anything really makes sense at all. Like you wouldn't touch this garbage till it loses that much more value, 30%. That's it. Remember what we talked about. These things go for 88 to 99% retraces. When the party's over, you bleed out 88 to 99%. So I would wait. Wait till it sees 580, and maybe, and only maybe, if we see structures that develop down here with favorable price action to that level, we could say maybe we could construct an argument for a long. But so it's not even about it getting there. It's about it's got to get there, and then we have to see consolidation that we want to see that would indicate forms of accumulation, and that would take time. So there's nothing to do on this thing for at least a month probably, because it's got to get to the level, then it's got to correlate on the level and consolidate positively. Okay, make me feel comfortable assessing my risk. So no, nothing to do. It's a scam anyway. Moon River, dude. It's Moon River. It's my safe moon. It's my Moon River. Scam. Big times, like the rest, like all of them. Going for all-time lows, I think. Rug pulled, man. Yep. Next request. Do we have one? Yeah, GME. It was bad, man. It was real bad. It was like they just said, nope, we done, man. We done. We done, baby. Yeah. Failures happen, man. Like macro can definitely make that happen. It's done. Yeah. GameStop, I mean, maybe they recover it because my recovery is a miracle. Like, but below 21, really below 23.20, hands off. Below 23.20, you don't want to own this right now. Okay? That's the line in the sand really for me. You can see confirmation low is now the argument for confirmation low. It's invalid, right? They have invalidated the argument that was presented with the data we had at the time. That happens. So lowest daily candle close confirmed on GameStop really since late May 24th. And again, I don't know if it's real or not. You're probably going to have to see if we get follow through or bearish back test or whatever, but you just got to be kind of concerned about the levels here. Yeah, minimum, maybe they'll take it down to 1955. Hopefully that holds, but if not, then you're looking at 15 bucks really, 15, 16 bucks. It's pretty bad, right? That right there, new data. Wow, lower high and gross. Now follow through. Yeah, man, awful. Oh yeah, Ryan Cohen will dilute the shares again, like every time. Well, I don't know if he needs to do it anymore. I don't know if we'll ever get a pump like we got when he did dilute. Both of these pumps, that man diluted the shares of GME so they could pay off debt or whatever, and it's only for him. So this is almost like a scam coin, right? Because that's what they do. Like, you got to know that, like, on this altcoin market, it's unregulated. They don't have to file anything. They don't have to tell you anything. These devs, these people that own this, when you get rallies, they will just print more S coins and devalue the S coins you're holding. That's why you like trading, fine, but to hold long term, you're at the whims of these morally bankrupt scammers. That's why, like, altcoins, 99% will never see all-time highs again because of this, because their ability to do that. They are their own Federal Reserve. You're in their Fed when you own their scams. Jimmy. Very bad. Do we want to look at more S coins? Because I mean, that was a request, and yeah, no, this game sucks, dude. I want a refund on S coins. Should like look at total 3 soon. Oh my god, it's so awful, dude. Yeah, nice, dude. Perfect. Near, you're done. Near is done. Near has max downside. Near is like, most likely, Near in the near future will see another 35% loss in value. There are Near bros in this chat. Starboy, you ready? Are you ready to lose 35% on your money if you own this? Are you ready? Just wondering, the trend reversed. You're in a bear market on Near. Waiting for Near Moon Boys to say something. Anything. This is an M shape that is incomplete. This is like you're on the C to D wave right now. You know what the conclusion of the D wave is on this? If you're going to see a full reset, 886 from where you are right now, Near's going down another 57% in value from here. Oh, Near Moon Boys got real quiet. But my project, right? But my team have good hearts, and that's your argument. No power here. This is the worst thing you could ever look at, because the down, like, at least some are already at all-time lows. Okay, oof. But ones like this, these market participants, the composite man is offloading his position aggressively. Stupidly aggressively. Bitcoin's subtle, right? Because this rally, if this was Bitcoin, it would have run up and made an 88% retrace from this high to low. But there's such a lack of demand on Near that they're offloading this crap at a 50% retrace. Bearish back test this key level. Yeah, that's candle high closes from history. Below the 200, and you're breaking supports. You're breaking key levels now. So again, way more downsides. How about Quant? You talking about QNT, scam, joke, loser? loser. 63. Yeah. Going for the lowest daily candle close since July 2022. There's nothing here, nothing on QNT until this scam loses about another 24 to 25% of its value. That's it. There's nothing to do but wait till it collapses by a
Natgas
quarter.
investment prices. Inky edges monthly bullish divergence. Thoughts?
So Claudio, thanks for the 20. You want to see Nat Gas on a Saturday? Dang, man. You're all business, aren't you? Thanks, man. NG monthly. Man, that pump and that dump is like an S coin. Monthly? I don't know. The monthly looks terrible, dude. Oh my God, it looks like we're gonna collapse. Like, how can we collapse when we're at this inflection point? Look at that. How is there a monthly shooting star reversal with follow through? Like in June, shooting star reversal, lowest high maybe ever, and then follow through. Like that's such a beautiful 3 candle reversal. Wow. Almost like bearish abandoned baby shooting star. And then you got even more follow through going on the new month. I mean, what were you saying? You were saying monthly divergence. Dude, I don't think so. Like, the monthly is just, like, you're looking for divergence, one low, the local high, then the lower low. That's like how you want divergence to really be. Hidden bullish divergence, you could say, like, from one swing low to the next one, not locally. And maybe you could say that. You're just, the histogram has completely reset. Momentum has reset on natural gas. You haven't seen positive momentum on natural gas on the monthly since November of 2022. So I'll just tell you this. The only thing we can tell about momentum is we don't know it's going to start printing positive green candles. This just means that either we're about to start more momentum, like a big wave of up or downs coming on the monthly, meaning like, that's so you're trading below the 200 month moving average. You just locally made a lower high. Here's a high. Here's a discernible lower high with the Japanese candlestick reversal pattern with follow through. And I'm just sitting at support again. It's like, I mean, natural gas, you have thousands upon thousands of assets you can look at and take a long, right? This is not something I'm looking at being like, I can't wait to go long on natural gas on Monday. Nothing to me makes me happy about this or excited. All right, Claudia. Sorry, it's bad. It's bad. But I mean, look at the daily. The daily, they're holding on to a support. You know, on Friday, it was the lowest daily candle close since May 1st of this year. So it's like maybe they hold it up. Maybe a higher low gets put in. Maybe miracles happen. Oscillators aren't implying anything's good here on the daily. Yeah, and really, if you look at it, it could be a shark. That means a shark, you'd fill this gap down here first. You'd go to an 886, which is probably around 174, 175, lower to go. But yeah, you're holding on to 190, but dude, that monthly is bad.
I'm not selling any BTC or alts. Everyone else can capitulate. I've seen this story before.
Oh yeah, Joshua. I mean, again, we've spent the majority of the stream looking at coins that are trading at the same price as longer than you've been in the market, right? I can guarantee it. Longer than you've been a market participant, these altcoins are the same price since you started owning altcoins. So they've done nothing in that whole time. And this song's awful. And it's just like, I mean, he says that, and I appreciate the contribution. It's just like, dude, we looked at these coins, and we're talking 4-year lows, all-time lows, lowest lows of the whole year of 2024. Like, it's not the flex you think it is, saying you're holding altcoins. It's like, congratulations, you're a masochist. Look at Link, it's done too. I think at this point, the whole argument for upside is done. It's dead. Okay, I concede that. It was never about being right or wrong. It was about, hey, we can manage our risk. This is stopped out. Minimal losses, stopped out almost within a few days of longing. And I'm out. But the asset, since the stop out, it's down like 12% since then. And that's like the whole reason. It's like, yeah, if you're a head and shoulders, bro, fine. The head and shoulders, if it's real, I'm out before the neckline really even breaks. And it broke. And now we're at the next level, going for the lowest daily candle close since November of 2023, right? You hear me? That's not good. Like owning assets that are every one we're looking at, making lowest low of year of 2024 today, Saturday, and on the cusp of collapsing. Like this, at this point, my whole argument has flipped, okay? Because that was the line in the sand. The argument now is if they don't hold 1119, they don't hold that on link, minimum 14.2% downside. Is that a joint? Nope, just a potential support because it's only been resistance. But the major inflection point from 2021 or 2020 is 30% downside. And that makes plenty of sense because what do we talk about with altcoins? They are notorious when the cycle concludes for losing 88 to 99% of their value over and over and over, year after year. Cycle starts, it concludes, blow off top, insane run, and then you're on the other side of the fence, lower highs, lower lows, and it does, the lower highs, lower lows don't stop until 886 to 99 retrace. So an 886 in this situation, 886 is confluent with this swing low from September 2020. Same thing just about. That's great. X marks the spot. You are now violating a 61.8% retrace. The golden retrace is where temporary reversals occur. That happened initially, as you can see. But now the fact that you're below it gives me no confidence. Below 13 or below 13 bucks, you can't be bullish on Link. You have to be bearish, okay? Because now the new data has presented itself, okay? We got a harmonic failure virtually. And now what do we have? Right here, and even more locally, subtly, if you go to the 4 hour, you can see at 12 hour, another little lower high. Like, and now you're again, in less than 3 hours, it'll be the lowest. And the sheer underperformance of the bullish divergence, textbook class A bullish divergence, that underperformance right there is a signal of who's in control of this market. Divergence that looks like this and a very real uptrend is reliable and performs very well. And the fact that we just rivaled and confirmed a previous local high from July 2nd indicates it's done. Like, we're going way lower. Okay? Not oversold, getting really close, certainly in the bearish control zone. Highest level of negative momentum today seen since late June 24th. So buckle up. Have your alerts set up on Chainlink below 1120 because if you hear that beep, that serious technical damage is being inflicted upon this asset, which could manifest into substantially lower prices. So set up the alerts, okay? New data presents itself. We must be able to identify the new data, new information, and change our minds. This is a great example of that, right? I'm, glass half full with a shark type 2 bullish divergence at inflection point, easy to manage risk in it, but if it fails, minimal losses, it's already failed, and now I'm bearish. Like I can't have any argument. There's no argument for bulls anymore. It's done. You exhausted the last argument. GG no re. Whew. Man, we've been going, man. I've been live now 1 hour and 45 minutes just looking at joke S coins. As Bitcoin has now gone red on the 4 hour. And just this on repeat, dude.
Very bad, boys.
Yeehaw, give us $8 links.
Oh, it seems very probable if 1119 doesn't hold. And I'm not saying that 1119 is not going to hold. I'm just saying, like, based on the way things look, the distribution, like the trend is now really, really confirmed after this new data. Like that is so bearish. That is the most bearish thing you could ever identify. These arrows indicating probably where we're headed next. And I got to say, minimum 955 and then after, most likely, deep retrace in the 7s. Yeah. There it is, Bitcoin. Lows of the day, chat. Lows of the day, lows of the month. We're doing things, man. $59,847 with a target area, as you can see, 57.5 to 58.372. This is just a major inflection point from 2021. That's on deck. Anything below 60,800, it was this. Already broke below the 200-day simple moving average, already broke below the heart line of that down sloping channel. There's just really not much left until this level. But we're going to oscillate, very liquid, low volume, Saturday. I don't think we had any more requests. No, that was kind of it, man. Litecoin, but Litecoin was going to change the world. Nah, dude, this is like the worst thing that could have ever happened. My God, look at the hidden bearish divergence too. They made a high, then they made a higher high. And where did this higher high go? Went for a formal bearish back test. They tested 76.89 perfectly. That's insane. Below the 200 moving average. Anything below $66, if you know the history of Litecoin, equals you don't own it. You do not own Litecoin below $66 ever. It's like the worst thing you could ever do. I mean, you're setting up for 58.36 from here, so a little bit lower, but most likely the $48 to $50 level. Wow, the trend's not your friend. You're no longer in an uptrend. Heck, this never even really got established as an uptrend to begin with. It's so bad, dude. Litecoin at session lows down 3.5%. Just wait, man. It's going to get a lot worse. You're not oversold. There's no bullish divergence. You just broke the resistance support level. It's such a key level. And what happened today? So yesterday, confirmed bearish breakdown. And what happened today? A formal bearish back test was once support resistance has been regarded as resistance confirmed with follow through ongoing. Anything can happen. It could just reverse, but I'm just saying it's very, very bearish right now. Joshua, we are looking at facts and data right now. We're staring at it. This is far more data and information that you could give me on CoinMarketCap or whatever. Understanding the psychology of buyers and sellers with swing highs, swing lows, trend analysis, structures, patterns, back tests. That's more data than anyone's ever going to give you on this market. Like reading technicals in crypto is that's it. That's the best way. That's the best navigation tool you have in this market. If this market is an ocean, this is it, man. This is the compass and seeing the stars. Looked at so many Altcoins today, man. Like we looked at almost all of them. There's just not much else to do. That's it, man. Go back to Bitcoin and just stare at it. Like, yeah, on the daily. Yeah, 58.372, 57.533. All right. Do you want to see total? I guess we can look at that. Bad, man. Very bad. Like going for the lowest daily close on the entire total market cap since July 11th. It's been a pretty violated, level. I mean, we could probably adjust it to try to make sense of it, but it's good enough, right? One high, the second high. It was confirmed to top, man. It was weaker than Bitcoin too. It didn't even make an 886 from the previous high to low. This one didn't even quite make a 78% retrace. This is the sheer underperformance of the entire macro compared to Bitcoin. That's what that tells you. Bitcoin made it to the 886 perfectly, not total. Bitcoin getting weighed down by all these S coins, man. I'm not trying to be depressing, man. I'm just trying to give you reality of the situation. It's just, this is like what's going on. And I cover all markets during the weekday, and I don't spend much time on altcoins because there's no reason to. But since it's a Saturday and all these altcoins are melting down and making multi-year lows, lowest lows of 2024, I think it was appropriate to look at them. All right, well, it's gonna oscillate. I mean, dude, this price could go anywhere, but you just know the lines in the sand, right? Inflection points. All you can do now to understand, right? Like, you had pretty negative price action correlation to a very key level from 2021, as you can see. Tweezer top, regarded as resistance again, rolled over. Then you even got a back test of it before rolling over more. Now you're at another level. You've fallen below it, but they could recapture it, and again you could get a squeeze, short squeeze up to 63,588 for a real back test before rolling over again later. But you just know, like 63,588, 60,800, and then 58,372 are your big levels. Okay. So thank y'all for coming out. Thanks for the contributions to the stream. Thank you for watching. Please hit that like button, that bell, that sub on the way out. Please be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. Educational resources if you're looking to dip your feet into the language of technical analysis. Okay.
What is the fib target on the double bearish WS on BTC? 1.618.
Andrew, do you want me to give you a 1618? I mean, I guess I can do that. I don't know if it's going there. I mean, a 1618 would be 43K, but dude, that's crazy. Like, for me, I'm not forecasting that. I'm just like, we're taking it one support resistance at a time because I'm not acting like I know if those levels, like, how in the world could anyone act like 58.4 isn't a viable level where major market participants could come in and max bid it? They could, just like they could at 60,800. They could at 65K. They didn't. So it's like, one at a time, man. And that's why I'm going live almost every day, right? Just so we can monitor the situation accordingly with the new data at hand. Okay, so far though, it looks bad. The oscillators look terrible. Bitcoin on the daily is falling into the bearish control zone for the first time since early July. Below the 200 moving average again. You don't do that very often. So thanks again, everyone. I'll be back. Until next time, respect, T.A.
Hand him a little crypto check.